the numbers certainly suggest that Lamar is better than ever. Is that what you're seeing, Rob?
I'm seeing better than ever, more poised than ever. His ability to read defenses, his ability to get the offense out of jams pre-snap. Here's the difference. When Greg Roman was the offensive coordinator, they would break the huddle with under 10 seconds left in the play clock religiously. Now, with Todd Monken, he gets out of that huddle. There's 15 seconds plus sometimes on the play clock. He can go to the line of scrimmage. I almost felt like Greg Roman didn't trust him to make those decisions pre-snap. Todd Monken does, and more often than not, Lamar gets them out of sticky situations while it's pre-snap reads.
That is really interesting. I mean, this guy.
Yeah, I didn't like Greg Roman. I don't know if you could tell that. I didn't like Greg Roman.
little bit. I mean, this is like watching. I compared it today in a written piece I did. It's like watching Ohtani when he pitched and hit, because this guy's 15 points clear of anybody in passer rating, and then, by the way, he's going to run for close to 1,000 yards. This is historic stuff. Watching Lamar, would you agree?
It's funny. I said wow because that's the same person that I compared him to. I said he's the Shohei Ohtani of football. I also said I remember when I was a little bit younger, when you're in your 20s and your buddies around and you have Madden and you can create your own player. I would create a guy like Lamar Jackson. My buddies told me that was unrealistic. Here we are in 2024. It's Lamar Jackson. You can create the guy that can throw for 4,000 yards and run. No one does that is what we used to say. Well, it's right. No one has done it, but he could do it this year.
It's unreal. And I also was on the topic of Lamar and T.J. Watt, not only sharing greatness, but they haven't been to a Super Bowl, haven't won a Super Bowl. My point, Rob, was these guys are going to be legends. They are legends, really. They're all-time greats no matter what. I think by winning a Super Bowl, you can enhance your legacy, obviously, but I don't know that it becomes diminished by not getting there. I look at Dan Marino, Barry Sanders. Do you agree with that?
Well, first of all, normally when you're facing teams, the two quarterbacks are the best players on the field, and you very seldom have the best players on the field at the same time. When the Ravens and Steelers play, you do because you have Lamar and T.J. Watt on the field at the same time. Those are clearly the best two players on each team. Secondly, not winning the Super Bowl only diminishes your value during your current playing career. Once it's done and you look back on a career, then you forget about not winning the Super Bowl. In the moment, you're judged by not winning because you're in the moment.
I like that. I like the way you phrase that. Now, with this Ravens offense, they've also added Derrick Henry, who looks like prime Derrick Henry. So my question is there any weakness at all on this offense?
Well, we thought it was the offensive line, but Lamar makes them look good at times by stiff-arming defensive linemen and almost going out of bounds or getting caught in the phone booth and wiggling his way out of that to pick up 10 yards after running 30. So, if you're going to pick a weakness, you can say the O-line, but he kind of covers that up. If you take away the run early, Lamar stayed in the pocket and throw. If you take away the passing game early, he'll hand it off to Henry, and Henry will run over 3 or 4 people and root for 20 yards or 40 yards. I mean, the offense we've had the best running game in all of football before, but we've not had the best offense from top to bottom in the NFL before. Right now, they are the best offense from top to bottom in the NFL. The problem is, as good as the offense is, the defense is equally bad.
Well, let's get to that after one more question about the offense, and that is Deontay Johnson. And man, what is happening there? There was a story here yesterday because Mike Tomlin, who usually makes any opponent sound great, and if you ask him about Deontay, I feel like normally he would have said, yeah, we'll see. We know what he's capable of, blah, blah, blah. Instead, he said, they've got more significant pieces with larger roles that are occupying my attention at this part of the week. So people wondering if it was a little shot at Deontay, but also wondering, Rob, what's his role in this offense? Are we going to see a lot of him?
First of all, that comment about Deontay Johnson by Mike Tomlin is why he's my favorite coach in the National Football League. I'll say that. I know about the rivalry, and I'm not supposed to say that. Mike Tomlin is my favorite coach. I love him. He always knows what to say. So I can only imagine playing for him in the locker room, him knowing what to say. Second of all,
well, how did you interpret that? How did you interpret his comment yesterday?
I took that as pump your brakes, dude. You haven't done anything yet. You haven't done anything yet. You're not on our scout report. We got Lamar Jackson. We've got Derrick Henry. We've got Zay Flowers. We've got Mark Andrews. We've got Todd Isaiah Likely. Oh yeah, there's Deontay Johnson. Oh, by the way, before we get to him, we've got other guys. That's why I took it. I took it like pump your brakes. You're not that important yet. And to be honest with you, you asked me his role. That's his role right now. It's undefined. It's to be determined. He just got here last week. There are a lot of receivers in front of him right now, a lot of mouths to feed, and Lamar Jackson doesn't have the rapport with him that he has with other receivers. So I agree with Mike Tomlin. I hope Deontay Johnson comes and it's something because he's one of the best separators in football. But as of now, I got to be honest. I don't give you the I don't know answer honest too much, but I don't know what his role is right now because he hasn't been here long enough, and there are a lot of weapons on his offense. And, he's got to find his seat at the dinner table and find out what he's going to eat.
Before we dive too deep into the defense, and we're talking to Rob Long from 105.7 The Fan in Baltimore, one of our favorite guests. What about Kyle Hamilton? Is he going to play?
As of now, it's iffy. If he doesn't play, that's a huge, huge slap for the defense. He's the best player on the defense. If not Roquan Smith. That injury was really nasty. We're hoping he plays, but right now it's iffy.
All right. Then Tomlin yesterday kind of stood up for the Ravens defense, saying, they're 32nd against the pass, but I don't see guys out of place. They haven't been really that bad. So have they been that bad, or is this more a function of going against Mahomes and Josh Allen and Joe Burrow twice and Baker Mayfield and Daniels? They've gone against a gauntlet of quarterbacks here too, right?
Yeah, but they're bad. Stop it. They're bad. I mean, they are out of place. There's times the quarterbacks complete passes and receivers and the defenders aren't on the TV. They're on the screen. Yeah, they're bad.